And you followed each candidate through personal interviews, even dissecting political ads.
Yeah, so much to get to with this race, featuring the man who held the seat and was Trump's first attorney general up against a former Auburn football coach. So want to get right to our political analyst, Republican Scott Beason, former state lawmaker and radio talk show host, and Democrat Walt Maddox, the mayor of Tuscaloosa. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining us this evening. All right, I want to dive in right now and start with you, Mayor Maddox. What did this come down to, you think, for voters?
I think it was Tuberville's energy. I mean, he decided that he early on was going to embrace Donald Trump. Donald Trump embraced him.
Go backward.
And I think at the end of the day, he was successful.
Hey, Scott, want to ask you about where this goes from here. What does Tuberville have to do to pivot toward the general election in November?
Well, I think one of the things he must continue to do is stay close to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to win the state of Alabama very, very big. Republicans are going to turn out and support him. And as long as they vote straight party ticket, that will help Tommy Tuberville, and he'll ride that wave to victory in the fall.
Mayor Maddox, did you expect this to be closer? I mean, you had a man who held the seat for several years up against someone who was a political outsider.
I did. I thought the urban vote would be more aggressive. It wasn't. That certainly hurt Jeff Sessions, but give it to Tommy Tuberville. He pulled his vote out. He did what was necessary. You know, at the end of the campaign, I really worried about the fact that he was going to kind of hide and play a little bit of prevent defense. It worked for him, to his credit. I'm not certain it's going to work in the general election. This campaign is going to be a little bit tougher, and it will be interesting to see how Doug Jones creates the different type of dynamic that Tommy Tuberville was able to avoid in a primary runoff versus what's going to happen in a general election. Don't forget, Doug Jones will have resources. He's going to be a very viable candidate in this upcoming general election.
Scott, I want to ask you real quick. We heard Sessions toward the end of his speech talk about his support and his support behind Tuberville. Do you expect to see him on the campaign trail for Tuberville, and what does he do to pull the party together?
I think Sessions will do what the honorable thing to do. That's what Jeff Sessions always does. Even when I disagree with him, I think he's doing what he thinks is the honorable thing to do, and I think he'll support Tommy Tuberville's candidacy. I don't know if he'll be on the campaign trail out there. You know, he might from time to time, but I really think this election was about Jeff Sessions more than anything. The people of Alabama, for the most part, did not decide that they wanted to send Jeff Sessions back. Congratulations to Tommy Tuberville. But I disagree with the mayor on a couple of things. I think Tommy Tuberville could run a very similar campaign that he ran against Sessions, have a lot of energy, drape himself in God, the country, drain the swamp. I'm supportive of the president. And yes, Doug Jones will have a lot of resources, but he's got to, he'll have to use those resources to the point that people say, well, we want a Democrat to represent us for the next 6 years. I think there were some choices that Doug Jones could have made to set himself apart in Washington, D.C. and pretend that he was not like the other Democrats. He failed to do that, and I think it's going to make it a very hard road for him to win in the fall.
I don't disagree with the Washington record, but Tommy Tuberville has not been tested. Doug Jones is going to have the resources to test him.
Now, I don't disagree with that. I've told people on my radio program that Alabamians really don't know who Tommy Tuberville is. They know what he says he's for, but they don't know a lot about his history. And I can see a path, if I was a consultant for Democrats, heaven forbid, where I would be able to take off a few points here for this issue, a few points there for that issue, and then all of a sudden, you're in the same kind of situation that we had with Roy Moore and Doug Jones. I mean, it's amazing that Doug Jones may actually draw this card twice of having a Republican opponent that might have some things that people are surprised by and have a chance to win in a red state like Alabama. I don't think it'll happen, but you never know.
We're going to have to leave it right there tonight, gentlemen. We're out of time, but we appreciate your insight and analysis. Mayor Walt Maddox and Scott Beason joining us tonight. Again, thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you so much. See you, Mayor.